Hi, this is Edward Troxel. In today's tutorial, we're going to look at a question that was asked on the Vegas forums, and this person wanted to take a section of a clip, unnormalize it, and then normalize it again. Basically, when you normalize an entire clip, it's going to normalize on the loudest portion. So if you cut out a quiet portion, you can then unnormalize that, normalize it again, and then it will normalize once again on the loudest portion, which will be much softer than the loudest portion of the entire clip. So let's see how we went around resolving this person's problem. Once again, we're starting with our basic script, and we begin with my Vegas equals Vegas. And then for this one, we're going to go through each track and call that my track in the project tracks. Then we're going to look to see if this track is an audio track. If this track is an audio track, then we're going to go through each of the events on this audio track. Then if the event is selected, we're going to actually process this one. Well, up here we have a track event. The first thing we need to do is change it to an audio event. If you remember, a few weeks ago we looked at how to access the normalize option, and to do that we have to add an audio event. So I created a new variable called a event and then converted the event into an audio event. Then we're going to take this audio event dot normalize and set that equal to false. Then to make sure that it got updated properly, I did this myvegas.update UI. What that will do is update the user interface. I just wanted to make sure that the normalize was properly turned off, and then we come down here to aEvent.normalize and set it back to true. That will turn it back on. So let's see how this works. Here we have a waiting clip, and if we have this normalized, just come down here to switches and normalize, you will see that it really didn't do a whole lot because we have some really loud areas over here and some really loud section here and a really loud section here. But now suppose that we had this section right here and we wanted that section to be louder. So let's go ahead and do our split just to make that a smaller section, and then we will select this audio event. And now let's run the script. So just so we can see what happened here, let's zoom in a little bit. Now I'm going to undo this change, and then I'm going to redo this change, and you can see how the waveform increased after the script was run. So now here you can see an example of combining the stuff that we have learned over the past year to solve a solution for this person who is having to do the same task over and over again. And so now they can just push the button instead of having to do all kinds of right-clicking, choosing options and submenus. They can just turn it off and turn it back on with a simple click of a button. Please sign up at www.JETDV.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.